and as international students, we feel like it's the best time to share with you some of our experiences and also tell you about the CEPT MBA program. And who knows, probably maybe sometime in future, you may also decide to test the waters, make an application, and then experience studying in Germany. So basically, that is what Israel and I will do in the next 15 minutes. So one will ask, what's the CEPT MBA program? You might have heard about, Master of Business Administration. But one key difference that distinguishes the CEPT MBA program is that with the CEPT MBA, it sort of deviates a bit from the traditional MBA program that you know. Why do I say that? The CEPT MBA program is more focused on research that has to do with, SMEs. So the focus of the CEPT MBA program is on small and medium enterprises, and it trains students, it gives you the research skills that you need in dealing with SMEs. It's also more focused on, it's development oriented, it's skewed towards, development of SMEs. Gives you an overview of the management practices of SMEs. And so in the end, unlike the traditional MBA that only gives you, most accounting skills, analytical skills, a lot of computations and calculations and all those stuff, the CEPT MBA, it's more focused on research. So Israel and I will agree that for most of our modules, at the end of the modules, we produce papers or essays, and this sort of sharpens your research skills going forward. So it's basically a 2-year program. One fun aspect or one experiential aspect of the CEPT MBA is that in the course of your study, you are introduced to some SMEs that are in Germany. So you make visits to these SME companies. They share with you their experiences. They share with you their production processes. You get the opportunity and the chance to ask questions. And I believe this aspect of the CEPT MBA program, it's more experiential as compared to the traditional theoretical, MBA programs where you only have to sit in the classroom and then be involved in a lot of academic works. With this, you are getting the opportunity to know SMEs in Germany. You get to know some of their challenges. You get to know how they were able to maneuver through, the challenges within the business environment. Some colleagues have gotten the opportunity to, get job opportunities through this exposure that the CEPT MBA program offers. And so I think this is one unique aspect of the CEPT MBA program which would be of interest to you if you decide, to make an application and then hopefully in future to join us. So sharply, I would want to talk about the application process. Okay, so I'll sharply talk about the application process. So for now, the CEPT MBA has an online application process where you can submit all your documents via online, and some of the documents that you would need include your bachelor certificate, your transcripts, your academic transcripts, and then you would also need 2 references. So I believe that it's always important to build rapport with your lecturers back in school, because these are the people who can give very potent reference letters for you to get admission. Reference letters are also very, very important as far as the application process of the CEPT MBA is concerned. Then we could also talk about financial matters as to whether you are joining the program as a self-funded student or via scholarship. Okay, so with scholarship, the most known ones is the DAAD scholarship, where you get full funding from the DAAD. I don't know if some of you have heard about the DAAD. I think even this very summer school is funded by the DAAD. So there are a lot of colleagues who had the opportunity to be funded by the DAAD, and I think that makes studying more comfortable because you wouldn't have to worry yourself with working while schooling, and it gives you sound mind to concentrate on your studies. The other option is also to be self-funded. Okay, so for instance, I'm a self-funded student, and that aspect of it is a bit of, if you are not very strong, you could lose track, because you have to work and then study at the same time. And this can get a bit stressful. I'm sharing a personal experience with you as an international student. This could get a bit stressful because there are times where you would have to, as a student, you have class in the day, but you have to work in the evening and attend class in the day. So this can be quite stressful. That is why I am advising that as much as you can, if you decide to apply for the CET MBA program, you should try and then get funding from a scholarship source. I'm aware some countries do provide scholarship opportunities for their students. That's also a possible way where I don't know about Bangladesh, but I know some countries the government is able to sponsor students to pursue their MBA programs. So to minimize stress level whilst studying, I think the best route would be for you to get a scholarship, and then this will make studying very easy. Okay, so with the requirements too, I think one other that I would want to mention is the English proficiency. It's also part of the requirements, that is the TOEFL and then the IELTS. It's also part of the requirements of the CET and MBA program. Okay, so Israel would want to highlight more on the DAAD scholarship.
Yeah. Hi again. My name is Israel. I'm originally from Palestine. I came to Germany at the end of 2019. I got the AD scholarship, and yes, you can, from Bangladesh, people can also get this scholarship, because I had a colleague during the master, the MBA, who came from Bangladesh, and I think he's still here in Germany, and he got an opportunity to work in one of companies. And it's not that hard to get this scholarship, but you have to be smart while you are applying for this. As what mentioned already, Eric what already mentioned, you have to have an evidence that you are speaking English very well by applying by providing the IELTS or TOEFL. But in some cases, while you are in the undergraduate, like in the university bachelor degree, if you are already studied in English, that would be enough, like an evidence that you are speaking English very well. And it happened with me also. I got an IELTS certificate, but actually they asked me no need for it. They told me no need for it. It's enough because my bachelor degree was completely in English. And what else? And the application, I get a rejection once, like before getting this acceptance. So if you get a rejection, it's not at the end of the world. You can apply again. What else? But yes, you need to have like a high score in during your bachelor. I mean, your certificate, you should be more than 85% out of. In my country, it's out of 100. So something around, in the German 1.5, 1.7, something like this. Or better, of course. What else?
So I think there's this requirement here that talks about students from India. And I'm sure Bangladesh being close to India, you might relate a bit more to this. So it says that students from India with a 3-year bachelor's degree are eligible to apply if they fulfill the following minimum grades. That is the first division or class 60% and above, or an A, which is very good or above, or GPA of 3.0 onwards. So I don't know if you can relate very well to this. If you are able to meet these very requirements, it means that the probability of you getting admitted to the CEPT MBA is your chances are quite, brighter. And there is this one I would like to highlight. That is the application deadlines, very important. So if you intend to apply for the CAS scholarship, that means that your application should reach the CEPT MBA directorates by between 1st of August and then 1st of October. Your application should reach the CEPT MBA directorates. And then if you decide to be a self-funded student also, then you might have the luxury of time a bit between 1st of January and then 15th of March, you should make your application to the CEPT MBA directorate. I would love to also highlight the fact that if you intend to study at Leipzig University or any other university in Germany, one key experience that I will share with you is that then it means that back in your home country, you should start with some German lessons, German language school. It really helps. Your day-to-day living in Germany depends on your ability to communicate with people. Well, the good news is that the CEPT MBA is entirely held in English language, but outside the classroom environment, you would have to interact with people in Germany, in Leipzig, and having a basic German language skill really helps to make life comfortable here. One other advice that I would also like to give is that you should start your application very early. Like Israel mentioned, you have the application deadlines to meet. You would have to gather your documents from your university, your transcripts, your reference letters, and all those supporting documents. So it's always important for you to plan in advance, work ahead of time and get the documents here on time. The last aspect that I would want to share with you is that, with the CEPT MBA program, you are assured of a full package. You are assured of a full training. I'm happy to say that this program has really shaped me. It has given me a lot of skills. Yesterday, some of my colleagues in my team were asking me some benefit that I've derived from some of these summer schools. And I'm like, it's really burdens you to even your presentation skills. You are able to, be outspoken. And these are some of the trainings that I got through the CEPT MBA program. Because class and lectures are not just theories. There are a lot of sessions where you form groups and then you work on group assignments. You interact with your colleagues. Your team building spirit is enhanced through the CEPT MBA program. And these are some of the qualities that, recent employers are looking out for in candidates. Your ability to play, to be a part of a team, not just being a part of a team, but being an instrumental person in the team. It's a very key skill, and these are some of the tools that the CEPT MBA arm you with. I don't know if Israel would also want to share some personal experience with the
Yes,
CEPT MBA.
I would say, adding to what you already mentioned, SET is already like encouraging the students to engage more in the activities. I mean, me personally, I get like a good grade in the after the graduation from the MBA, and they offered me like this chance to work with them in one of its projects. So I'm working now in a project called Fit for Export, and this it's a part-time contract, but at the end of the day, it's a work, it's a job.
Okay, and then
you will get the opportunity, like a good opportunity from the set itself, even after the graduation.
One other aspect that is worth highlighting is the fact that, the SET MBA program really encourages, startups. So if you are a student with a very brilliant